welcome to a new video. I will be reviewing the event exclusive Godzilla 1989 kind of heat ray version. I think it was marketed as that, maybe charging. I don't remember, but something like that. Heat ray version, event exclusive. I just call it event exclusive because it doesn't have a heat ray. I don't think it should be called heat ray if it doesn't really come with one. I'd say more like light up guys. Okay, actually, maybe heat ray does make sense. He's glowing. There's no heat ray, but it's still heat ray Godzilla. So I'll just be calling him Godzilla for the review. Let's get into it. Usually, I never go through the boxes in these reviews, but I think I should, especially for the event exclusive ones, because they look really cool. The art just looks fantastic on there. I don't know if you can call it art. I don't know if it was sketched by hand or something, or it's just a machine, but either way, it looks like the event exclusive Kong, which looks amazing. The back looks great as well, shows great product images. I'm glad this guy looks mostly like his product images, because his product images are freaking amazing. So yeah, that's the box. First, we'll be going over paint and detail, which I'd say this guy is like 99.9% accurate to the movie. You can say whatever you want about Monsterarts as a company. You can say you don't like their prices. Some of their figures are bad, which, yeah, those are true, but you cannot deny this figure is insanely accurate. This was made 3 years ago, the sculpt, and they still did a great job. People say that SH Monsterarts glory days were all the way back when they started. This figure was made literally 3 years ago, which, keep in mind, that's still around 10 years after their quote-unquote glory days, and it still is freaking amazing. The articulation is pretty dang good, and yeah, I don't know why I said articulation. We're on paint detail, so let's get back on track. It looks fantastic. The details are great. Looks very accurate. I don't know how I can explain it's accurate. It's just literally accurate. The paint for the mouth, it's not the worst thing in the world. The paint, okay, let me just take that off. Let me see if we can get it to focus. Paint's actually pretty good in the mouth. Let me see if we can get it better. There we go. The eyes are definitely not straight at all in mine. One's straight, which is this side. One is going up. Let me see if we can get the light on it. It's really hard to see the eyes in the front because they're at the side. You can kind of see it there. Wait. Yeah, it's actually not that bad. But you can see it's kind of off. It's harder to see without a bright light, but it is a little weird. But besides the wonky eyes, the paint is pretty dang good. I don't really have any problems with it. So now the spikes, the dorsal plates, they're really beautiful. I can't really say anything else. It just looks great. This metallic paint mixed with translucent plastic, just like the 2019 poster color version. I unfortunately do not have it. It was my dream figure when I was younger, but I still don't have it. It's really expensive. I don't know if I'll ever get it, but yeah, it's pretty much the same idea except less paint. I think I could have used a little darker paint at the bottom, but it still looks almost perfect. It's a fading effect here at the dorsal plates, especially here at the bottom where it's half. Let me get a better look. Where it's half painted and half not. There were people that did not know anything about this design that were saying it was lazy. They didn't want to paint the whole thing. It's a quality control issue. Why didn't they paint the rest of the tail? Calling them lazy when it's literally not like that in the movie. So this is accurate. Alright? So if you're one of those people saying that, you should probably go back and delete those comments because it's not true. This is accurate. Yeah, it's pretty great, honestly. The dorsal plate's probably the main reason you'll buy this figure if you already have the original version. But I don't have the original version. I just bought this because I think it's a cooler version of the original. And it's pretty much the same price. I did have to buy it for like 150 instead of like 100 because it's the same aftermarket price online and store. So in the Los Angeles store called Anime Jungle, they had it for 150, and honestly, same price, pretty much same price as a Vault Godzilla and -1. And I'd say this is better than -1 by quite a tiny bit. So yeah, it's worth it. It looks great. The nail paint, it looks great as well. Not as good as, let me get him real quick. Definitely not as good as the 91 Godzilla. Hold up. Yeah, so as you can see, it looks probably quite better on here. Not by that far. I think this one looks better. So that's one thing that they should have probably improved, but it's okay. It's not bad. So, accessories. That's a funny joke. That's cute. Next, articulation. His mouth. Oh. Yeah, that part comes off. We'll talk about it. So, it closes. I think it looks better on this side. Yeah, it looks better on this side. I don't know. It's a little asymmetrical. It's not noticeable. Unless you like look at it from one side and then look at the other. It still looks great. It opens really far. It's easy to open, unlike a Vault Godzilla. Yeah. And the tongue moves as well. It moves actually really well. Just, let me see if we can get it. Come on. Please work for the review. I don't want to scratch anything. Yeah, that's definitely not sharp enough. I have a pencil here. I don't want to make marks, though. I'll try it. Yeah, I don't want to risk that. Anyways, his tongue moves. I just don't have anything to move it right now. It moves really nicely. It goes up really far. It goes left, right. I saw a video where the tongue came off because someone was, like, really stretching it way too much. That was actually the 1991. Same idea. And then there are people hating on Monsterarts just because someone stretched it too far and it fell off. It's gonna happen. It's a ball joint, okay? You can just put it back on. It's not a big deal. People make a big deal about everything. People probably make a big deal over this as well, which it's not even bad because I can pretty much work with it without it falling off for the most part. But if I stretch it too far, it'll fall off. See, I was able to do that, and it didn't fall off. Only if you stress it way too much. So yeah, ball joints here. This part falls off on mine. Not too hard to do it. It just falls off, unfortunately. Which is not that bad. You can look really far down, pretty much all the way. And about that far up. I can probably look up further. But yeah, this ball joint, I don't know why it's a bit loose. But I promise you, this does not affect the figure in a negative way too much. I can still do so many things with it. I'm not doing a good job at showing that. It's just, I'm really stressing it for this review. And I'm just, like, being calm with it. Okay, that was not calm. But I'm just being calm with it. Stop, please. Work for me. Right. See, if I'm not, like, stressing it too far, it doesn't fall off. And get it to look far without it coming off that much. And then, yeah, I've been on this part too long. I just want to get the point across. This popping off part is not bad. Like, people take joint popping way too seriously. Don't let that affect your opinion on this figure. It really doesn't matter at all, even if you do somehow get this. So, the arms, they go up. Wait, no, sorry. You can't see really. The arms, it's a ball joint. Yeah, this area doesn't pop off easily, but it's like a bicep thingy, so it really helps the articulation, like that. See, it's not loose. But sometimes for battle damage, if I want to like try something, you can pull the parts off. I especially like taking this off. It's like, I don't know why, it's satisfying. It's the one part I'm finding a joint popping off on a Monsterarts figure. It's not that it's loose. It's just that if you pull it up really far and it hits the sculpt, it can pop off. Which, honestly, I don't see it as an issue. I see it as a feature. Definitely not intentional. But I think it really helps with battle damage, and in future videos, I'm probably going to be using that. After my 1954 vs. Evolved Godzilla video, I'm definitely going to be doing Godzilla vs. Heisei Godzilla. Yeah, so then there's a ball joint here for the wrist. Then, probably also a ball joint. Really tight. Doesn't go as far as, let me get him back over here. My 91 Godzilla. This guy can be way easier. Keep in mind, this guy was like years out, like maybe 2 years after. But he has way better torso movement. And people were saying that the articulation didn't improve over the years. Kind of doesn't make sense. But yeah, this guy can't do it as good as him. Really tight, doesn't go too far. It's pretty decent though. It's not the worst thing in the world. And then the legs, probably my largest problem. That's that much of a spread in. This flap over here is really problematic on this leg. There's like excess plastic in there, like a tiny bit that got it stuck behind there for like 20 minutes before I was able to clear it. See, look, I got it stuck again. Let me get the light. You can see it, it's like a bump. It locks the leg flap behind it, and it gets stuck, so I have to like fiddle with it to get it out. And keep in mind, me right now moving it was not intentional. I did not mean to get it stuck. Let me see if I can get it out. Can't really get it out too much right now, but it's okay. Knee bend and swivel, ball joint, decent pivot. I think this guy, the 91 again, gets better ankle and leg articulation. I really like what they did right here. Big improvement. Yeah, legs really tight. It's okay. I don't think it's breaking levels of tight. It's just kind of tight. Yeah. So the tail. I'm gonna go down about that far, and then up that far. Really good up, and it's not loose at all. I can shake it, it won't move. It's really great. The only problem with the tail, the end piece here is just one solid piece, doesn't move. But another problem is that it comes off easily. It's not even it's on a ball joint, but there's this segment here where it just pops off, which is pretty weird. I don't know why it does that. I don't know which Godzilla did it better. I think 89 did it better, but this guy has more range. I just think that 89 can do a better... Okay, come on. Don't do that to me. Come on, I'm trying to demonstrate. Yeah, so I think that 89 gets some better curves. Let me try to get a curve with this. Like, this guy's tail, it looks great, and it works great. It's just that I think this guy, although it doesn't go as far, it just looks a lot smoother and nicer, even with less joints. Yeah, it looks really great. Forgot to mention, here's the translucence. Here's the translucency right there. Looks really great. Yeah, my camera's not that good. Here's like a different light. There we go. Yeah. So, what else should I talk about? I don't think there's anything else to talk about. There's no accessories, unfortunately. I think I should just do size comparison. So let's start with this guy, the 90 what? I think it's... why did I forget? Yeah, 91 Godzilla. They're about the same size if I get them in the same pose. I think 91 is just a tad bit taller. Actually, it's quite taller, actually. Yeah. I did not know he was that much taller, but I think it's because, yeah, even though this guy has the longer neck, his legs are way shorter compared to his. I don't know why. Like, when I opened this figure, it just looked really short for some reason. And I was like, wait a minute. That's a little weird. But from what I can see, it's accurate. But even though it's not a big deal. And then another size comparison is the NECA. remove him. The NECA Godzilla 1989. Except it's a SAP version thingy with Biollante SAP. I don't have the original. I used to, but I was like really young and I kind of ruined it. So we're not gonna talk about that. So yeah, the biggest one here, probably this one. Less articulation than the others though, but it's still a really amazing figure. Probably one of NECA's best. Yeah, 289 Godzillas. One more size comparison I'll bring out is SH Monsterarts Godzilla 2024 Evolved version. Let me see if I can get him in like a really straight pose. There we go. I think this guy might be taller depending on how you pose him. Mostly because of the spikes, but they're pretty much the same size. Since I got these two figures for about the same price, which one would I recommend more? I can't really say, because they're two completely different designs. This one, best Monsterverse Godzilla figure so far. We'll see if Haya beats that with the Revolve, but this one, probably the best Heisei Godzilla figure. I think it even beats 91 Godzilla, because I really hate this guy's neck, because the neck flap just goes along with the head. It just looks really dumb. It's a really dumb decision. I also just like the 89 design more. Probably my favorite Heisei one. I don't know, Burning Godzilla is better. Doesn't really matter. I think he's overrated. But this is not about that. This is about the figure, and I think if you like Heisei more, get this guy. If you like Monsterverse more, get this guy. If you like better quality control, get this guy. If you like, I don't know, if you like more articulation, definitely this guy right here. So, it's more like, you can't really compare these two figures. I know that's like a way to just get out of the argument, but in this case, I think it really makes sense. You can't compare them. They're completely two different designs. So the reason I was comparing these two is because I got them for the same price. Just to put that out there, I didn't just choose two random Godzillas. Yeah, so would I recommend him? It depends. If it's 150, I'd actually still say yes. He's a great figure. 150 is not, it's a bad price, but I'd say it's worth it. If you're getting from normal price 100, absolutely worth it. Please get him. I don't care if he has no accessories. He's a great figure. Anyways, that should sum up all my thoughts. Subscribe, please.
Cheeseburgers.